Hello, the one and only Xylophoney here with some news for ARK Survival Evolved. Many of you have asked me to take a look at the dossier released for the Kentrosaurus, and we have it right here. Also, there's an addition to the game, adding both the Archaeopteryx and the Tapejara, which we'll look at the end of this video, but first, let's take a look at this relative of the Stegosaurus. Now, this is of course the Kentrosaurus. He is one that I'm quite familiar with, and I was really hoping he would be added. As you can see very clearly from the picture, the main appeal of this guy is he's not only a Stegosaurus with plates and a couple spikes on his tail, he has a lot of spikes, and they're much more bigger and more intimidating than that of a normal Stegosaurus. So let's take a look at what it says here. In the wild, while Kentrosaurus is considerably smaller than its close relative Stegosaurus, it is much more formidable in matters of self-defense. In fact, it is arguably the pound-for-pound champion of not only the Stegosauria, but when encountered in close-knit fighting packs, it ranks atop the island's herbivorous dinosaurs in general. Thanks to its wickedly sharp defensive spikes, any creature which attacks Kentrosaurus is likely to be reversely wounded in turn, and it is capable of piercing even the thickest of hides and armors when it goes on the offensive. I've personally witnessed Kentrosaurus fell much larger predators in a single, such impaling maneuver. So when you look at this guy, he is a small but powerful defensive machine. These things are capable of fighting things much larger than themselves and piercing very difficult armor. I imagine if you go up to one of these guys in flak armor, it'll still do a pretty good amount of damage to you, which is pretty impressive. It says up here, underestimating Kentrosaurus can be a fatal mistake, particularly when it's in a herd. When traveling in numbers, Kentrosaurus seems to grow much more aggressive, increasing the range at which it will defend its territory. When domesticated, survivors have seen little success in their attempts to ride Kentrosaurus, mostly because of its spikes and hot-headed temperament. However, a tamed herd of Kentrosaurus can defend a compound as well as any larger carnivore. One swing of its deadly tail can save a survivor's life, or even turn the tide of a pitched battle. Alright, so these guys are even more dangerous when they're in a large group. They will help defend each other, they will help defend everything around them, and they do a pretty good job of it, piercing through armor and defeating predators larger than they are. If you have these guys set up to defend a base, they'll be extremely effective. I assume putting these all around will be very annoying to anyone trying to raid your base by force. On top of that, they're not rideable, but they are tameable. So I think this is very interesting because just about everything in ARK is rideable except for the really small things. These things have a good reason not to be rideable, and I think they add a good dynamic to the game while not being rideable. Now this does mean they don't get the armor bonus from a saddle, I'm assuming. However, if they're as tough as this thing is saying they are, then maybe they don't need it. Anyway, let me know what you think of the Kentrosaurus in the comments below. I'm definitely liking the direction they took with him, and they're definitely doing it justice from what I was thinking. Anyway, let's take a look at this trailer released by ARK on the Tapejara and Archaeopteryx. So we have a few new additions to the game. These are going to be especially prevalent in these redwood biomes. You can see the Archaeopteryxes jump up, stick to the trees, fly off, and you can hold them to use as a parachute to get to further down areas. You can also have night vision goggles and sneak into people's bases and shoot them in the back. Whew, very rude, but very effective. Night vision goggles of course help many things. But we also have the Tapejara here. They also have the tree clinging capabilities, but you can have multiple people in the saddle, letting you fire guns from back of a flying mount, and travel around without needing a Quetzal. Anyway, that's them. If you want to know more about the Tapejara and the Archaeopteryx, I did do dossier videos on those previously, so just look them up on my channel and I'm sure you'll find everything you need to know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like and let me know what else you want to see next. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.